Welcome into a new week of WTA, everyone. I messed up my timer at the start, but we're here. We got IB and Voco in nice and early, so we've been chatting a little bit. They sorted out what they wanted to do for the match setting, so we're going to be doing 50 marbles for the hybrid format. Just making sure that everyone knows the rules. We talked about it a little bit, but we'll have... And IB also went through it on his own stream, but we're doing a hybrid format, so basically they'll be scored on how many marbles they can save per minute. And we've broken this up into different sections so they can have multiple attempts to score each. So there's a 1 to 5 section, a level 6 to 8 section, a 9 to 11 section, a 12 to 14 section, and a 15 to 16 section. These sections are different level lengths because to make them equal in about amount of time they should spend. And then yeah, so there'll be a recording of the marbles they saved, the time they took, and then a hybrid score will be produced based on that particular section, and then they'll basically compare each other in each section, and whoever wins best of 5 of those sections takes the match. I'm assuming, as far as you're aware, that's you get that, IB and Voco?
Yeah, we're good.
More or less.
We're ready for the seed.
Yeah, as Drew said, 50 miles is a bit crazy, but I think it's almost the optimal way to play this format, just because it gives you that room to show skill in terms of knowing when to save marbles and when to kill them, because there's going to be a lot of spots.
I need every chance I can get to beat IB, because we all know IB is bad with a lot of marbles.
That's how I feel too. Yep.
All right. Last question to do before we get I guess, yeah. Can we get a number from both of you for the seed generation?
I like 6.
8.
A 6 and an 8.
Wow, not 7 or 9, just an 8.
Well, yeah.
We're going full Bretzel here.
We did get something in the seed number though. 5882167 is the seed for today.
5882167.
Yeah, 67.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so the match will give 40 minutes for starting any level sets they want to start, and then they'll have an additional 5 minutes just to finish off that last level set they get on. The other important question is, once we do get underway, do you guys want to stay in the voice chat or get moved out?
Yeah, just leave me here.
And IB, do you want to have our audio, or do you want to be in your own quiet space for focus?
I'll probably take a quiet space.
All right, I'll move you out then once we start. Do you want to open up the level, IB? Just checking that we got the same. Yep, looks good. Nice.
Nice.
All right, and I think Drew's ready. I ended up making the score sheet up before, so I think that's all good. We'll obviously have a chat after the match for a post-match interview. So for now, IB, are you ready?
I am ready. Good luck, Voco.
Right, Voco, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we'll go on tilt. 3, 2, 1, tilt. Best of luck, both of you. I'm just gonna leave Voco unmuted. He can chat if he wants.
Yes, we can chat. There's no Ada here, unfortunately.
No, indeed no Ada. I'm gonna refresh both streams so we can check if they're...
Missed opportunity, no Ada today.
Yeah, too late for her. She's too busy. Zerda King and Tina. Oh, Zerda King is in IB's chat. Never mind. All the stuck marbles with the high marble counts causing them both problems. I think they've both lost marble already.
Yeah, let's see who the extra balls favors more, me or IB.
Yeah. It's always a bit of a interesting one. Especially for the early levels, it's so much as marbles getting stuck. And there's no easy way to yeet them as well, so it's always going to be slow down.
It's the safety marbles chewing up time as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, these marbles at the
getting
back
stuck
also chew
marbles
up time
at
as
four.
you roll to the goal. It's not just the group at the front. You have to get the marbles at the back of the pack in as well. So that
Yeah.
also wastes time.
I think for these ones, almost always just pulling straight to the side gives the stable groups better than trying to pull into the corner. It just depends. If you get like really unlucky, the group will be too wide with the straight side pull. But most of the time, you won't have like so many stack up with the side pull that it'll be good. Moving to mile first? Nah, is that okay? We used to have 100 cap, which would have been interesting for this format, but yeah. I actually do think like 50 is like a good number. Like between 30 and 50, you get the struggles of having too many marbles. Once you get to 100, it's like actually just absurd.
We're just gonna we'll fix this one on the next run.
Yeah, you got lots of there's lots of chances to fix level 1. It's more the later ones you have to be careful with.
And level 6.
You can
Don't
copy
get them in. These are symbols.
We can copy the Semaf strata, just keep rerunning level 1 to 5 over and over again. Okay, results coming in now. Voco with a hybrid score of 96 and IB with a hybrid score of 103. So IB was about 4 seconds slower than Voco, but saved around about 24 marbles more.
Yeah, it was that level 5 that ruined it there.
Yeah, probably the level 5 is the main one.
As will this level 6. Again, 50 balls. No guarantees that you'll get all 100% of all the balls.
Yeah, that's the reason why 50 marbles makes this format interesting, because you're not going to get all the marbles through. So if you're going to kill marbles at the end of the level, why don't you kill the marbles at the start of the level so you can do the level faster? Yep. Because of the strategy, if you know you're going to kill marbles, you might as well kill them early so you have less marbles getting your way throughout the level. So it's a very much a strategic, like, knowing when and how to scuff marbles. Because you don't want to scuff marbles, because obviously your whole scoring is saving marbles. But if you're going to lose them anyway,
scuff them early so you don't waste time at the end.
Yeah. Rusty hyped about hybrid? Yeah. If we could do this with freaking shared chat, active chatter, viewer tilts, I would love that. But unfortunately, we don't have that, so we just have to do sim.
Well, I mean, it's Jack's fault for getting banned twice. That
clearly, yeah.
Died.
Jack. Oops, indeed. I don't think it was singly your fault, but yeah. Collective just bot banning and tilts caused it.
I don't think anyone's actually botting.
Yeah, no, but the respective bot banning. Both come into the end of level 8 shortly. Voco's cleaning up and IB is trying to sort of get through. Let's see what Voco got for his run. 32 hybrid score, 79 marbles saved, and 228.
I've officially given up trying to save as many marbles as I can at this point.
It really is rough when you get 50. It's like this fine balance of knowing.
I will figure out the ball saving thing on the next run.
Yeah, I think like getting a look of the seed and getting a feel for the hard.
I'll let IB set the target and get him on the second run through.
Yeah, IB got 142 saved in his first run in 2 minutes 34 seconds for a score of 55. So yeah, he got a really good 6 to 8. From people fishing. That's so good, Jack. Actually botting because fishing.
I think it's funny is that Jack's actual bots never got banned.
Yeah, Jack off the map is fine. There's no potentially issues of having an account named Jack off the map.
I mean, clearly alt accounts are fine, but main accounts are not.
Yeah, clearly. Although some bots have, like some alt bot accounts have been banned, so you never know. Both coming. Oh yeah, Ivy sort of starting at level 10. Voco starting at level 11.
To wait for the squeege or not to wait for the squeege? That is the question with 50 balls.
Yeah, true. I mean, you can time the start of the level so you don't lose any real time for it, and just have it like as it's coming to the left side. That's the big thing with squeegees in this game mode, is because it's done on in-game time, not real time, you can actually just time where the squeegees are placed. It started a tilt point mission, came back and it was done. Oh my god, Jack. Balls are so sparkly indeed.
The way I see it is, IBC that he doesn't have to try to beat me. He might actually just send the balls and scuff.
Yeah, IB did not like his level 10, so he's committing.
I don't know. I was thinking, should I commit to this level 12? And then this happened.
Yeah, all right. This lighting bridge is a fun spot.
I mean, I initially was going to commit to this, and then the sliding bridge happened.
Yeah, so the 9 to 11 category, Voco got an 18 hybrid score and Ivy got a 28 hybrid score. Again, Voco was a bit faster, but just to save less marbles. Voco coming through here. Is he going to go for the rushing bridge? No, he stops and waits for it. IB stolen in this Z bridge. Coming up,
I need
healing
to
out.
compensate for that time I rushed the squeege.
Fair enough. Coming down the uneven
I'll
stairs.
save the marbles in a different level.
That works. I'm pretty sure with the amount of marbles IB has, killing that marble in there would have been optimal. I think saving that one marble, the amount of time to save that one marble is not worth the time because of miles per minute. Actually, it's debatable. He's getting like 30, so you can have 2 seconds. So if that marble took less than 2 seconds to save, it would have been worth it. That is a thing to consider. You're not around to hinder, just distracted and drop from habit. Yeah. As IB's mentioning, the important thing is to get a look and feel of the city in your first run, just so you like know what's there to be aware of. So like next time you run it, you can like either time the start of the level or prep your group better as you're going from one transition to the next. Because that's a big thing. Is like in your second run through, you can know like, oh, if I went this path, I like fly off the map with a bunch of marbles. So it's like if I go this other way, the group will get through it better. Spotting those things is definitely like an important part. See, I somewhat dislike IB's just effort and speed tilt in the first run, because unless the run is that terrible, I guess yeah you'll get better on the second time, but like still, the only way to get a proper feel for the level is to go for a percentage run. So there's a give and take here in terms of whether you want to just give up on an entire section on your first run or not, because like if it's your first playthrough of the level of the levels, you should give them a proper chance just to see what's hard and what's easy. It's for the person. Honestly, the 15 to 16 category is the most important just because it's so much harder to get chances at it because you have to get through all the rest to get here. It's why I removed level 17 from this set because you're already investing so much time to get to this level range. To then have an extra level that makes the set significantly longer than the rest. Recommenting on the previous set we just finished from both of them, Voco had a score of 21 hybrid score, and IB had a hybrid score of 31. So that was the first time that IB's been faster than Voco in a set, but he also saved more marbles.
Are we really going to wait for another one of these spinners?
You can technically go through that timing on any cycle, it's just you might not save all the marbles. Because there's always going to be a small overlap as the bridge rotates past and the bridge slides that you can just always jump on, but yeah, it's a rough one. IB talking about Voco losing 3 marbles in level 15. Meanwhile, Voco getting 22 marbles at the end of 15. I just love the timing of that commentary of IB commenting about all the marbles that Voco potentially could lose in that transition. Meanwhile, he'd lost like half his group. Just, oh. Hammer. That's all we can comment on Voco there. I think IB took so long to get through level 15 that he got to the same cycle timing as Voco at the end of the level. But IB didn't have to wait on the rotating bridge at all because he took that long to get there. What's the spread at the back of Voco looking like? A little bit rough.
No. No. No.
Yeah, scuff now.
No, we're not getting that.
Unfortunate of Voco. He gets another run though. He's only been 26 minutes, so about 14 minutes in the match. If he's at that pace, he has enough time to do not quite 4 runs. Like not even quite 3 runs actually. If you want to do 3 runs in the actually no, I think it's just barely on the line for 3 runs in the time. Exactly, Daruska. This is basically what I was saying. So I'll just like try and go for the best score you can. Unless the section is like really awful, but like if you're getting that awful, then you're basically scuffing. Because I did the exact same thing as IB as well, where I'd land on level 17, like, oh, I need to reset. Again, he's caring about this perfect first set. You don't actually need a perfect first set, because if you can tilt the set a lot faster, it's better. We've had several first sets that have been won with losing a marble with less marbles than 50. Like, I've been focusing on this getting this perfect marble save, but it's actually more important just to be able to float a clean group through. Usually it's a clean set, because it's hard to finish a first set while losing marbles, but to some extent, some level of losses is almost necessary. But I guess because the marble counts are so high, it's hard to exactly say for sure. Yeah. It's like that match against me between Jack is like, a lot of sessions I saved less marbles than Jack, but because I just did them faster, I ended up winning out. Especially considering that's getting scores in the hundreds. So like, yeah, Voco is taking the first set back with the same number of marbles. He actually killed more marbles in his first run, but because he did it so much faster, he took the first set. We'll just see if IB is a lot faster now as well. Because it looks like IB is going to be getting like a 205, maybe 203. Not quite. He didn't have a stock marble. Yeah. Voco coming through level 7. IB taking it nice and slow now. As I said, IB getting like a 122 for a section, which basically means he's spending half a second per marble. So if you could save half a second on a level to lose one marble, it's worth it. But oftentimes, obviously, strats in those other levels are going to lose you more marbles. Fitting marbles at that awkward level where getting like nice floats through the tiles is really difficult. Especially if you see from what IB's getting, he's got like a lot of minor spread between his marbles because he's taking it a bit slower. There's points of times where if you can like correctly give speed to the marbles, you can avoid that minor spread and avoid a lot of corners like sequentially by just keeping the marbles with enough speed that they don't spread out too much. But it's a difficult skill to properly master. And it's what makes hybrid tilt so difficult. Is because you have to balance between this sort of avoiding corners, floating, while like maintaining the group. Voco's having a good time with those stairs, so truly is an F them. Oh, sorry, having a good time with those hooks, so it's truly an F them hooks, Tina. Indeed. Yeah, a lot of really awkward transitions here. Again, like IB is taking this corner, but if you took like enough speed from the first tile, you could have full speeded and then done a stall to change the group shape, and you probably could have gotten there without using the corner significantly faster. But it's always hard to say, especially with these bigger groups, whether you get that through clean. Yeah. I think Voco improved his 6 to 8 section. Let me quickly check. He improved it by 10 points. He did it 1 second slower, but saved an additional 26 marbles, I think. Yeah. Yeah, not quite as good as IB's first run, but a decent improvement from Voco in his second run. Not as good level 10, but he keeps going. I unfortunately didn't catch what it is, but I saw it cross the ramp. So I don't know if he killed it off before he hit that or if it was on it. Was too distracted by IB flaming about getting marbles spilling out of the egg basket. Alright. IB slowly peeling marbles out of the egg basket. It's definitely not worth spending this time for these marbles. He should have just sent it before. These marbles are just losing him time.
Okay, we might just wait for this squeeze this time.
Yeah, I feel like waiting for the squeegee before the level starts is probably better though.
Noted.
Obviously, it's even harder in the hybrid format than the speed format to properly time stuff, because obviously you don't exactly know if you're going to get problems with your group as you're going through, but especially for stuff like squeegees, being able to save sort of the 40 seconds you'd normally wait is like fairly significant. I doubt that IB improved this set. Let's check what the time for it is though.
We'll see if saving more marbles on this level improves the group.
Yeah, the level 6 to 8 that IB just got was a hybrid score of 67 as opposed to his 55. That's because the time he took for that set was 4 minutes as opposed to his previous run, which was 2 minutes 34. He might have saved exactly the same number of marbles. Oh no, he saved 6 marbles extra, but he just went that much longer because of that egg basket. I think if he skipped the egg basket and just left the marbles to die, he probably might have improved. Then let's check what that Voco score was. Okay, Jeruska coming through with the score. Voco saved a lot more marbles. His score improved by 11 points to a score of 29 from his previous score of 18. You see IB here, he's like cornering these things. He could have used the corner in the corner before, which gives him a lot nicer. Is it? There's a lot of just like going through the levels and knowing where the marbles are actually getting, like where the best way to get a marble group is to carry it through the tiles. You'd often see the match between me and Jack, at least for me, I don't know exactly with Jack as well, but like spending the time to like prep a group before leading up, or combos leading up, just so that you can commit the group through and not have as much problems. Obviously, they're running 50 miles as opposed to 25, so it's a little bit hard to get the group through nicely, but yeah. It's always a balancing act in terms of just figuring out the best way to set a group to not lose as much time, but then to get them all through. I think it's going to confuse him, Truiska. I feel like we should explain it, but it's also just like it's going to just confuse him. Like, the time is an important factor. You're going for marble saved per minute, but yeah. Yeah, like as I was saying, it's very hard to tilt quickly with 50 marbles, and it's that balancing act of knowing how much to save and how much to kill, because like their
I
scores
feel like this
and
level
marbles.
14 probably just saved that one with all those marbles. I don't know. That actually helped that one.
I literally made sure, like, it's one of those things where I make sure to tell them, but it's just like you don't process it until you're actually playing the match and you experience the format. This is like one of the annoying things in this format. It's very hard to tell what is the optimal move between saving marbles and killing marbles, because it's a fine line. Because it's definitely not max percentage, and it's definitely not max speed. It is an entirely different skill in terms of thing, and there's no like clear cut answer. Voco finished off another section. Let's check the updates. IB score. He improved his previous section score by 2 points by saving substantially more miles, going from 77 miles saved to 123 miles saved. But the time was 4 minutes and 3 seconds as opposed to 2 minutes and 43. So he went a lot slower, but he saved a lot more marbles. So
We're not making that one. We're not making that first one.
Actually, Voco had the third section for a bit until IB took it back just barely. So it was very close in the third section between the two of them. In terms of the fourth section, Voco saved an additional 14 marbles and only took an extra 5 seconds, so he improved his score by 4 points. Voco coming to 16 now. Hopefully he can get through it this time to set a score to compete with IB. And IB on level 13, waiting for the same rotating bridge that they keep having to wait for.
We're just gonna pull back before this hammer this time. You know the vents are there, so we'll pull back and take our time going up to the vents.
Level 14 for them? The IB? Nice, Voco sending it through, getting a decent catch on the vents, considering the group's still super awkward. The drawbridge lines up, but he goes, takes the corner for safety, saving extra marbles. IB just...
I would have been sad if I scuffed that.
Voco go for the... I'll go for a classic IB scuff, just straight under the drawbridge. Keeping it interested.
Okay. I guess we re-registered a score this time.
Yeah, we're going to score for Voco this time. He got a score of 12. Overall, he was slightly slower than IB by about 30 seconds and saved slightly less marbles. But he has a score now, and that's always good to see. Yeah, very much a sweat there. Oh boy. But yeah, we got 10 minutes left, so I think if Voco keeps his pace, he probably going to be slightly short on the 15 to 16 category with the OT. He probably hit OT during 12 to 14. But as always, if he really wants to win a section, he could just run level 1 to 5 over and over again until he gets a good score. We've seen that before.
It look like some F.
Do you look like some map? I don't know. You went for a fucking really risky thing on that level 16.
Yeah, that's an IB move, not a SMAF move.
I mean, if Sam was trying to rush, he's like, let's fucking go. Goes a bit too fast. But yeah, definitely more of an IB move than a SMF move. Yeah. IB a lot lower on marbles than this 15, but as we mentioned before, there's a thing of just going fast to getting improvements. Let's check what IB got for his 12 to 14. He improved his 12 to 14 score by 0.1 marble per minute. Maybe a bit close to 1.2. So the overall score is about the same, but only a small round up. He went slower, but saved an additional 19 marbles.
Look, as far as I improve slightly on each attempt, I'd say it's a win either way. So
yeah, getting improvements is always the most important part. IB's just stuck at the exact same cycles that Voco had on level 15 during his last run. And so I'm pretty sure his time's going to be exactly the same as his previous run, but with less marbles, because during his previous run, he just spent the time waiting for this drawbridge, saving marbles in earlier parts. So, bit of an awkward end of level 15 there. Almost need to wait for like 30 seconds for it. Voco coming through. Only 2 marbles dead so far. He's going to be a little bit slower than IB's score, but it's going to be a significant improvement for Voco. So, Voco saved 247 marbles, so one less marble than IB, and also did it 10 seconds slower. But the score is a improvement of 9 points still for the Voco, so keeping it much closer. I think left side float from IB and sending it all the way through is probably the optimal. Maybe never mind. That's very bad. Never mind. It's a really rough one because the multi-curve into the vents just ruins the group. But he's got a score. The final score for that run was a 15.2 from IB. So he did it about 30 seconds faster, but he got 25 marbles less. No, 15 marbles less. I'll announce the time remaining, but we're all of IB at like 5 minutes left. But we're at 6 minutes 40 now. Nice egg basket skip from Voco there. But then he gets stuck in the hooks. I really dislike the slow float backwards for hooks. I much prefer with the large marble counts, just taking a group, stabilizing the group in the hook, and then pulling it around. It is a little bit awkward, especially for this marble counts, but I think it ends up working better. Especially once you get up to like the 200 marble groups. From experience, when you have 200 marbles, trying to slow peel out of a hook is not a good idea. Just for anyone that was wondering. Voco got an improvement there. Let's check what the difference was. So he did it 24 seconds fast, 34 seconds faster, but saved 14 less marbles for an improvement of 5 points. IB on to level 5 again. As I said, like this trying to corner to get a stable group at the start with 50 marbles is just so terrible. When you have the freaking like relatively okay group of just a side pull, it's so strong. It's one of those ones of it's just experience. The same thing with me in the jack match. Just the experience to know that for early levels you just basically almost always want to do the side pull for consistency's sake is crazy. I really lost one. I think he's gonna get better time. Like a 202, under 2 minutes. Holy, that's big. One extra mile saved in under 2 minutes. I don't know what Ivy's doing now, but okay. Yeah, the disciple is just so huge. It like Sal found it, and then I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like, because it's stable. Because like I think for like old patches it wasn't stable, and then like at some point they changed it so that it didn't spill the group, and we're like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah, we screwed up this skip here, so we have to wait for it again.
Really?
I actually was going to skip it this time. I just screwed up.
You can still skip it with like 10 marbles.
At this point, I'm just gonna wait it out.
Yeah. I'm just like, when you have 50 marbles, you basically almost always skip it, unless you like fully eat it down.
No, I screwed it up there.
Rip.
Grouping on that turn. Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. There's obviously a little bit of like momentum stuff. You can then reshape it as well. So like you can like slightly touch the wall to change the shape as well. Like there's so much like it's so consistent that like it lets you have some variety. Obviously, there's a little bit RNG from the marble spawn, which makes it a little bit less consistent than a full corner in the back. But because it takes so much, it's just so much faster, and you don't have any like weird drift in the group like what Voco has right here. It is so much stronger as your marble count goes up. Let's check what Voco got for the 9 to 11 category. It was about 9 points worse from the looks of it. 9 or 10 points worse, so Just a bit marble deaths and slow, as we sort of expected from what we saw.
We're just gonna wait for this bridge to slide back over this time. Just gonna wait for the bridge to slide back over to the middle.
I'd be really good timing. He said next 3 minutes as 3 minutes passed. I think it'll be tight. There's a chance that Voco actually gets to the 15 to 16 category before OT. I'm not sure about IB though. Let's check IB's 6 to 8 score. It was an improvement of 4 points. He did it 30 seconds faster but saved about 19 less marbles. Dude, math's so hard. Like trying to buy I get the difference between 2 3-digit numbers. Yeah. Nice peel out from Voco. They're only losing a couple for that, considering it's sort of an awkward peel direction. IB sending it through level 10. Yeah, I think they're both going to finish this section in a time and run out of time during the next section. Especially with the squeegee on this level. IB might have to skip. Like, I feel like if either IB or Voco timed the squeegee on 11, they would have gotten so much better score. You can save like freaking 10 plus points in hybrid tilts with a good squeegee in 9 to 11. And they're literally within like a 1 point gap. Oh my god. I feel like with this being OT, Voco probably should have started 15 to time better for the rotating bridge at the end, but it's a tough one. Especially hard depending on how you go through it. Let's get updates on those last 2 sections that they just did. So, IB section was an improvement of 0.3, but that rounds his score up from a 30 to a 31. It was because he did it almost 2 minutes faster and saved about half the marbles. That is a funny one. And Voco's side, he improved by 1 point on the score sheet, but it's actually closer to 1.5.
Yeah, we were being too greedy with the spinning bridge here.
Yeah, as that you almost, because you had the 5 minutes to do the section, you could have waited like 30 seconds at the start of the level before starting, and it would have had better timing. But yeah, it's a tough one.
It's okay. We cleared that section at least once. So
You at least got a score for that section, yeah. And a couple of the sections were pretty close. But yeah, just one of those, definitely a tough thing getting used to all those marbles getting them through, because pretty much, okay, so yeah, pretty much all the sections IB saved more marbles than you. And that time was a bit all over the place. I think you were a bit faster than IB in most of them, outside of the ones that did it really badly for you, which is like the last one and the first one. Obviously, the level 9 to 11 is a flip, but it's like almost equal scores for IB in both runs, and he just like did an actual proper speed tilt for once.
yeah.
Definitely a tough matchup with IB. gave a solid effort.
I mean, this is harder than it looks with 50 balls.
Definitely, like 50 marble ones is very spooky. That's why when Jack said to do 25, I'm like, yeah, I'll take 25. I like the concept of 50. There's definitely a lot of strategy in it, but like I would not be confident to verse Jack in a 50 marble hybrid match. I'm pretty sure
like the
Jack would
fact that
destroy me
you
at that.
only lost like a few in like the level 1 to 5 section is actually pretty good.
Yeah. That's like your level 1 to 5 seconds is really good. Like you lost 10 seconds. Or maybe like 30 seconds IB, but like that's just like 1 or 2 corners used. Like it's sort of ridiculous how much time you can lose from like a couple of corners. A lot of IB said he could calm down and wait, and then he had to still wait for a full sliding bridge timing on the Z bridge on level 12. Like, he did this whole thing that he could calm down and take it slow, and then he just freaking didn't start the level properly for the cycle, like one cycle that mattered on that level. Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Definitely with these staircases on 14, you basically have to use those corners. I don't know if it's better to pull forward, pull back. It's hard to exactly say, because obviously there's slight differences, because I think the camera is slightly different placed if you use the pullback corner, but I actually don't know which one works better for this number of marbles. I do like the fact that Ivy basically improved every single run in his final run. All the sections he did in his final run that he was trying to speed tilt just to get through them, he improved his score on. Just because he finally actually started going quickly. It's like, holy shit, Ivy, you finally started going quickly and you improved all your scores. So let's see if he actually got an improvement for the last one. Let's check from Druska. We can drag IB in his. GG's IB?
Thanks, I think. I really have no idea how that went.
You took a 5-0.
Okay.
All 4 of the sections you did in your final run were improvements.
Figures.
So you went from having like an average time on the 6 to 8, and so the 6 to 8 and the 9 to 11 have an average time of 4 minutes before. You cut that down to 2 minutes and improved your hybrid score.
Sick.
So,
Sick.
as you were saying in chat, like there is a significant factor in just going fast. Also, nice crotch cam.
Yeah, I fixed it. I saw it. I saw it right away this time.
But yeah, GG's. I mean, you can see the sort of thing. You had like the 9 to 11 category. Your score only improved by 0.5, and you went from halving your time and halving the marble save, just because like there's so much swing in terms of you can go so much faster if you cut some marbles out. That's sort of the whole thing with this format. It's just that balance.
I think if there's one thing to say, it's like it's kind of good to like get a look for the levels. So it's kind of cool that like that third run, I kind of had to like fly through them a little bit more than the first 2 runs because I got a good look at them, and then, like you said, half the marbles, but I ended up improving the.
Yeah, it's a toss up where whether you want to go like full speed for your first run or go like a full percentage, because like you want to sort of get a feel for how it is to get the marbles through, but also like you don't want to waste too much time, because like in your second run, you're like 6 to 8, you got stuck there for like a solid 2 minutes or something on an egg basket to try and save 5 marbles.
Yeah,
you lost like a minute to try to save like 5 marbles. Like that's definitely.
All I was thinking in my head was like, I want to save as many marbles as humanly possible right here, even if I have to freaking, you know what I mean, get them out of the egg basket to do it. But that obviously wasn't a good strat. But that's what I was thinking.
We have a different format that is that, where the format is literally just marble saved per level. So every single level from 1 to 18, we just record the marble count saved, and that's the only stat that we record.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That one requires a lot slower tilting because you're trying to perfect every single level. But then you also have speed tilts between it.
Too? Is that a 50 marble count?
It's just another sim one, so it's just the tilters choose. So I'd, again, probably recommend 50 because that gives the most room for wins and losses. But as you saw from this, when you have 50 marbles, it's just so painful. Marbles getting stuck constantly. So...
Dude, it changes everything. It's a totally different tilt run.
It adds so much depth to it because it's like... I mentioned in the cast, but it's like... If you know you're going to drop to 30 marbles in the level, you almost want to kill the marbles off on like the first tile. So you have a smaller group to get through the rest of the level rather than losing all those marbles at a combo like right at the end of the level.
Yep.
So the strategy of like intentionally killing
sense.
marbles off early so you can have a smaller group for the rest, and trying to find this balancing
sense.
act of like how many marbles you can sort of nicely weave through. Because obviously, if you can get your group down to like 20, but then you don't have to use any corners, if you're using like 7 corners for 50 marbles, that's like 30 seconds lost or something to all those corners used, because you lose like 5 seconds per time you're trying to corner the marbles. The one...
Yeah, because that's like 2 levels on my 3rd run. I never even got to like do, because I had to end on 14 because I ran out of time. But like that was just an opportunity to score points, right? That I passed up.
I mean, it's a chance to improve. Obviously, you still won the category, so it didn't matter in the end, because Voco scuffed the 15 to 16. 2 out of 3 of the runs he did, he scuffed the 15-16.
Oh, okay.
So you got 2 scores on that section, and Voco only got 1 because he scuffed. So it's one of those balancing acts of trying to also not scuffing as well, because that obviously can happen to a lot of people in those level ranges.
Scuffing's like a real killer, because then you don't even get like the points for a level or whatever.
Yeah,
or
so
the rest of that. Like,
I previously had level 17 included in the 15, 16, 17 category.
yeah.
But if you look at the TU VOD, you can see there's a stream. You can see the time for that section is still like longer than what you took for sort of the first 12 levels, each of those sections.
Okay.
Just for those 2, because of how much longer those levels are. So to make it a little bit less punishing, I've made that section shorter, so you're not spending as much time. And then if you scuff 17 or something, it's like you're not sending like 5 to 6 minutes down the drain for it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, the thing was going to mention is the weird thing with this category is one of the few categories that you can't see an obvious mistake. Like, you could kill some marbles off, and that could be the correct move. Or it could be a bad move, and you could lose score off it. But there's no way to tell for sure.
That's like a huge struggle for me, because like it's way different than something like MLT, because you can go into that like having like one strat, and you know what your strat's going to be, and you know how to like counteract whatever your opponent's doing. With this, like you said, it's like you might not know, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, you might not even know what you've done is correct, and it's all about entirely like looking at the seed and knowing what that particular level needs from you. So that's like why I think Jack and others say this is like the best format, because it's so dynamic in terms of just like figuring out what you want to do in that particular match, because it's entirely based on the seed and how your opponent plays. Where stuff like the speed format still has that, but it's more clear cut. If you go slow in the speed format, you've made a mistake. Where in this format, like, you could spend 5 seconds and save a bunch of extra marbles. That could be worth it. It could not be. You didn't really know until after you've done it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It adds a lot of depth, but it also makes it like more ambiguous in terms of like what you've done. So I love and hate it, because like it's hard for me to give advice, because I'm like, what you've done, they could have been right. What you've done could have also been wrong.
We'll know later.
Oh, well, maybe we don't even know. Like, you improved your score by 0.5, but was that thing that improved your score by 0.5, or was it like a different level? Because you have 3 levels that are in the section.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, yeah. Hopefully we can get you more matches. Maybe you'll get a bit more experience with it all.
Yeah, it was fun. Like it was fun. I mean, I like the format, and I like and also don't like that idea that like you may not know whether what you're doing is like right or wrong in that moment. It's cool. Like, it's really interesting, and it's actually a lot of fun. But then like also like I'm somebody who really likes to like have a strat in my mind and like focus on it. So it's like
I mean the strat you always want to focus on is get all the marbles through and go quickly. It's just like if something goes wrong, like in terms of if a marble gets caught, like what is the better decision? Is it better to use a corner to keep it on the board, or is it better to commit through and kill it? So like you're almost always trying to aim for getting all the marbles through and not. I
spent too much time trying to clean up marbles where I should have just run them off.
That's why chat started getting at you, because you were a lot more on the slow side than the fast side. Because I did to test this format, because I think this format is basically the hybrid score that MLT's format that he introduced like right at the end of MLT. It's almost equivalent, except I've just split it up into have separate sections to make it a little bit more like nice, because if you make a mistake, it's not like ruining the entire run.
Right.
And I checked, and the like scoring between me doing a maximum possible percentage run, a speed run, and like a run that's aiming for hybrid is like fairly significant. Like there is a like sweet spot that you have to balance for by going faster and slower.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, anything you want to say or shout out, Voco? Obviously, I saw you end stream and rated IB, but
Nothing here. Nothing here. Good game, IB. See you on the
Yeah,
next
GGs.
one. Hopefully, we'll see you hosting some WTA in the future, in which case I'll be joining you for commentary.
yeah, we'll get Voco back into
Definitely,
commentary in the future probably as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It'll happen in the future for sure.
And
Big
IB,
GGs,
you
folks.
got anything
Appreciate the
to
match.
say or shout out?
Oh no, I guess that was it. Just GGs. Thank you for the match, Voco, and thank you for the match, Dublix. Thanks for setting this all up, and this was a lot of fun. It was a learning experience, something totally new for me. And I'm only recently back to not just streaming, but definitely the tilts and definitely the competitive tilts. This is my second WTA match that I've competed in.
Yeah, we got a
since I've come
new
back, so.
second bit tilt match back, and obviously it's always good to have you. We're actually
Yeah.
trying to get through all the old WTA VODs, so I've uploaded like 2 so far. I'm going to do another third one just like literally today after this match finishes, so people can go over and check that out, as well as obviously I think you're going to keep going IB.
Yeah, I'm gonna tilt after this. I'm gonna do one.
So we'll probably send the viewers over to you, and I'll probably put that VOD up. So if you want to watch a old match that was from between Shens and Ada in the points format, which is an old format that I came up with, sort of put it away because I sort of
on
like the
YouTube,
more
yeah.
focused formats. But yeah,
Those are on YouTube. I'll be spreading them out on the TU Twitter as well.
Cool.
If you're following TU on Twitter, I'll try to spread them around there as well with the post.
yeah, that's the VOD there.
Beautiful.
But yeah, thank you IB, and hopefully see you in a future match.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks again, Voco, and thank you guys for the invite. And let's do it again soon.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.